Right, we're going to do a very quick walkthrough of Ultodo. So go to ultodo.com and register as a new user. And let's go ahead and do Matt at dyer.com. Hit the @ and no any password you want. So no special password requirement and register. You are in. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is create a new goal. This is something you want to do on a periodic basis. So just think about anything like an easy one to do might be fitness push-ups, fitness sit-ups. So you could just say sit-ups or push-ups, but if you want to group things together, then you say, whatever you want the category to be, colon, and then the activity. So I'm going to go ahead and just follow exactly along with what this says, fitness, push-ups, and what's my success criteria. So I've been doing this for a while. I can now do 50 push-ups 2 times if I take a little break. So I'm going to now change that to 50 push-ups, 3 sets of 50 push-ups. And what is it? It's May. So I'll say by my birthday, August. And priority. Well, I do this. It's basically when you want it to appear on your to-do list, the lower the priority, so 0 or even negative, will be first, and then the higher the priority, the later in the day. So priority 1 is the most important. Let's go with 1. Sounds perfect. And I'm going to do this every other day because I'm going to do sit-ups on the other day. And duration, how long do I think it's going to take me? I think it'll probably take me about 10 minutes to do it. And link, there is no link. So I've got my push-ups done. Now I want to do another goal. And I'm going to say fitness sit-ups. And I want to say, I don't know, this is actually harder because I do crunches. And I just do like 100. So I'll just say 2 sets of 100. Of 100 by August. And priority same one. I'm going to still do it every other day. And I think this is also going to take me about 10 minutes. Now, what we're going to see is that these both have the same date. So I will go ahead and change that. Actually, if this was smarter. I'll fix that. It should give a next date that's reasonable. That doesn't look like a very good date, and you have to go scrolling through a lot to get it right. Let's see if we could just write that in. Oh, okay, so you can. So I want to say this one will be due. I'm going to do this today, 2021, and I'll do my sit-ups tomorrow. And this is 5/22, 2021. Okay. And, you can do any kind of goal though. You can also say like, write, novel, read a blog, and I'm going to do that for 30 minutes a day. And I also want to write a novel, and I want to do this later on, right before I go to bed. So I'll say novel, write 1 paragraph, and I'm going to do that every day. I don't know what good writing 1 paragraph would do, but hopefully you get the point. And I'm going to check my priority till later on in the day. So we'll say that's a priority 3. Okay, now when I go to my Ultodo, what I'm going to see is I've got my push-ups that are due. That's first. And novel, this actually has the same priority, so it's just kind of random which one. But you can't see that the novel, write 1 paragraph, I set that as priority 3. So that one's going to be the last. And you can see that it's 2:43. So this is actually going to kind of build out my day, what it's supposed to look like. by saying, okay, this is going to take me, I said 10 minutes to do, so 2:42, that's going to take till 2:52. And it'll build it out that way. If you say, okay, I'm actually not working at it, you can hit the stop timer and you can start the timer again, and it'll just kind of keep track of how long you're actually spending on things. And then if you say, actually, I don't want to do push-ups right now, you just click on this double arrow up and that will do now. So I'll just walk through all these real quick. First one, if you have any questions, you can hit this question mark, go see that. If you hit the double arrow up, that is going to jump that one to the top. This double check mark means I'm done. This little guy says, do him, push him down the list. This one says, I don't want to do this today. I'm going to do it tomorrow. So I'm going to say, you know what? I don't want to do that one. So when midnight comes around, that will pop up. What else is there? So same thing. That one, finish it on Monday, or pick it up on Monday. That one is a week from now. This one is mark it complete, and I can show you what. So this one doesn't make sense because it's a recurring to do, so I probably wouldn't use that. But let's say I do this, and I say something like ask friend about mulch. So I have to ask him, but then he's probably gonna, if I send him an email, I have to follow up in another week. So we'll just do that. And I'm gonna say, okay, you know what? And by the way, you click on this and then that pops up the options for that to do. I'd say I actually did do this to do, and I still want to have it pop up again and remind me in a week. So I go like that. And you can see a couple things happen. That now I've got a little 15-minute done. So this basically keeps track of the to-dos today. This is all the to-dos done this week. So you'll get a little bar chart. So like, let's say we then say I'm going to finish this. And now I've got, if I didn't take very long to do it, it's going to say it took whatever it planned to take. If I actually spent 10, whatever the clock was is greater than 3 minutes, then it actually uses that time. And let's say I do another fitness, and I'm going to say punching bag. And I just created this one myself. And I said, okay, I'll spend 30 minutes on it. Again, if I don't wait for 3 minutes and I just say this is done, it's going to use whatever that to-do time is. And then you'll see there's my punching bag. It took 30 minutes because that's what the to-do said was listed for. And you can see down here now, we've got 30 minutes of fitness. And okay, so I typoed one of these. Fitness. Hey, look, that's why. So these two would normally group together. So if I do another actually properly spelled fitness, let's say bench press, and I do that, let's just say 60. So this will be a huge one. I'm doing 50 minutes of bench press. A lot of bench press going on today. So now it'll kind of lump all these together, and you can see I've got my misspelled fitness, my properly spelled fitness is, that get added together. So you can kind of see how you're spending your time. What else? Okay, then this one just basically locks it. It says I don't want to do it, which it's kind of a way of throwing it away. There is a way, if you click on all to-dos, you can go find it again, but I use that just to throw it away. If you actually want to throw it away, you do this one. And then, you have to validate that you want to do it. Whereas with the lock, it just kind of goes away and then you can go retrieve it. Finally, this is an edit button. One more fun thing. This one is, let's say you go, to do is start a clean car. And I want to do this with, I want to have my son do this. So I'm going to say son@dire.com. What this will do is it'll send an email out to this person. And if they have a Ultodo account, then when they'll see it in their Ultodo list. And if they complete it, then it will complete it in your to-do as well. So it's kind of the shared to-do. Kind of cool stuff there. I think there's something more to be done. Yeah, and so all that'll happen is an email will go out to that person, and like if you go look at this, it'll say you requested them to complete this. and they are not yet an Ultodo member. Once they sign up as an Ultodo member, then you'll see that change. And last things last, that's a plane and a lawnmower. If you're wondering what all that noise is, they're not both lawnmowers. Um, Last things last. Oh yeah, go back to your goals after a while, and what you'll see is this will show you where you're spending your time. Unfortunately, I haven't spent much time there, but as you get each of these goals will get broken down into this top area, and then each of the categories will get broken. They call them goal groups. Will get broken up down here, so that it'll aggregate them, and you can kind of see how you're spending your time and whether you're kind of accomplishing what you want to do. Oh, and I said that was all. One last thing, add meetings. So this is kind of a cool thing. If let's say, okay, it's 2:49 right now, and let's say I have a meeting that starts at 3. So this is a meeting that lasts from 3 to 4. If I just want it from 3 to 3:30, then and I'll just say that. And what you're going to see is that the this will wrap around. So there's 15 minutes left. So unfortunately, I don't have time. But let's say I create a uh, 8 minute just to make sure I have time. And this is quick task. And I'm going to actually say do now. You'll see that's going to slide in on top. I do have time to do that. So as you get like a day that's jam full of meetings, like many of mine are, then this will kind of feed the to-dos in between those meetings so that you can always be focused on the most important to-do that you want to get done. And I guess kind of as a best practice, one of the things I do like to do is maybe could set this up, but is I call it flow, and then I say daily plan, and I'll usually set this lower than everything else, -1. And then I might also say, and I usually only spend 15, but 30 is also fine. And then I'll also set one up that will be flow and reflect, or like wrap up or something like that. And I want this to be after everything for, and we'll say 30. And that's just like at the end of the day, I want to kind of look at what I did and get ready for the next day as well. And so then I'm kind of book ended on each side. And again, when you go back to your start to dos, then you'll see that each day those will get positioned as appropriate. So again, this one's -1, that one's -1, same priority. So they just kind of randomly get assigned. Whereas this one is number 4, so it's your last one. But if you wanted to say, hey, I want to do this one next. So I think that's a pretty quick tutorial on what's going on. Oh yeah, and it doesn't have time to finish that one because it's a 30-minute task. So it says, hey, do that after the meeting. Don't start a to-do that you can't finish. Any feedback, I'd love to hear it. And just kind of been using it myself mostly, but I think I'd like to start getting this to where other people could use it. I know it's pretty rough from that perspective. I find it super useful. Um, but yeah, making it useful for others is kind of what I'm looking to do now. So appreciate any feedback that you've got in that direction. Thanks.